Hello everyone, my name is Webweaver and welcome back to another episode of It's Look Who It Is. So, I have done it. I have cleared M1S. It took a little bit longer than I wanted to. I joined a whatchamacallit party. A Raining Cats to Enrage to Clear party. And Raining Cats is such a funny mechanic because it's really, really simple. And yet Party Finder struggles with it so much. So basically, how it goes is that there's two shared damage AoEs and there's two tethers, right? The tethers are cleaves, and you can't overlap them or get hit by a tether twice because you'll die. And you can't overlap them because if you get hit by a tether twice, you die. And then there are shared damage AoEs which do less damage the more people get hit by them. So, since there are two shared damage AoEs and there are two tethers, it's an 8-person party. You have 3 people for each light party stacked to bait the shared AoEs, which is really easy. You have one person in Group 1 stand inside the boss's hitbox, and you have one person on Group 2 stand far out of the boss's hitbox. And then you alternate who gets the tether. So, for instance, you would start, like, tanks would do it first, so they would go out and get the tether, then healers would go out and get the tether, and then tanks would swap with them, and then the melees would swap with the tanks after they take the tether, and then the range would swap with the melees after they take the tether, that sort of thing. We can do... Honestly, I think we can do... Let's do Katurufu, why not? As like a little treat. Why do I even hit random? So that's how you're supposed to solve it, right? Is you just have the 2 light parties and then you have, like, every person take a tether once, because there's, like, 8 tethers in total. Well, 2 tethers go out 4 times, so... That's probably a better way to say it. But basically, there's an even easier way to do it. I mean, that's not complicated. Like, that's literally not complicated. But for some reason, that's too hard for Party Finder. And so people invented the cheese strat, okay? Now, this cheese strat is basically brain dead, and I have no idea why it's so difficult for Party Finder, because it is literally, if you are a melee or a tank, you have to do like one thing each, and then if you are a caster or a healer, you literally don't have to do anything. You just go to your pre-assigned spot and you stay there the entire time. Right? Anybody who says that you have to, like, move after, like, no, you don't. You don't have to move at all. There's no requirement for the mechanic for you to move if you're doing the brain dead thing, right? So, basically what you do for the cheese strategy is you have, I don't know, there's no point in filling up this bottle of water on eldritch parasite. You basically have the melees take the first tether, then the tanks take the second tether normally, and the tether does not move off of people, by the way. It's not like P3S where it, like, targets 2 people and the tanks have to, like, grab it. No, the tether stays on the person who gets hit by it, so this is even easier. So all the tanks have to do is take the tethers from the melee once, they take the second set of tethers, and then when the third set of tethers goes out, they hit invulnerability. And that's it. That's literally it. That's it. That's completely it. And if you want to be nice to your team, one of the tanks can go in the hitbox and one of the tanks can go out of the hitbox so that they're baiting the shared AoEs because they're invulnerable anyways, so it doesn't matter. But it literally doesn't matter. It literally does not matter at all, because if the melees return to their, like, 3-person light party at the start of Raining Cats, or, well, after they've gotten the tether, and they've taken it, and then the tanks take it from them, then both of those light parties will survive. If the healers just, like, you know, do something besides press Malefic Glare. What is it? Dosis? I don't remember what the Sage one is called. And then Scholar's, like, Broil, right? As long as the healers are not, like, asleep and they press, like, one button, you'll live. Or if they have, like, Liturgy of the Bell, or they're using, like, I don't remember what the big button on Sage is, and I don't play the other two, but... It like, really? You can have it to where you basically, like, 4 people have to move once, and then stand still, and then everybody else just stands still. And it's that mechanic that everybody screws up in Party Finder. And the group that I joined, they did struggle with it for like, I think it was like an hour or two. And then, no, it wasn't an hour or two, it was way faster than that. But we did have to remake the instance, because we ran out of time. But, oh man. The group I was in was good, and my co-healer did save the run, because I defaulted to their spot, because I progged the entire fight. Like, 90% of my time in that fight, I was group 1, and then for this specific party, I was group 2, and one time during our Enrage prog, I go to the group 1 healer spot, and the group the group 1 healer saw that I did that because I moved way earlier, because I was used to pre-positioning in that spot, and then they positioned in the group 2 spot, and they saved the run, and then that was the clear run, actually. So, you know, I would have felt bad if I wiped us for that, but thankfully they were paying attention and I wasn't. But I was kind of cooking, though. Despite being bad, I was kind of cooking. I did mess up at the end, though, because, like, the boss died right as the arena was being destroyed. So, like, we were in the process of falling. I was trying to get a Blood Lily, but I miscounted my charges, so I couldn't. So I missed, like, 2 glares. It didn't matter. But, you know. It was a little bit... If we did die there, it would have been my fault by not pressing that button. But realistically speaking, it also would have been, like, anyone else's fault, because at that point they would have missed a button in their rotation at some point, but... Anyways, we got Rancid Ramen, Abnormal Arms. I recorded it, too. I don't know... It would be kind of weird, because I'm not gonna upload, like... Because I recorded it and I was with a friend, and so you can... I would have to cut my friend's voice out, because I'm not gonna upload them on YouTube without them knowing. So... I did forget to grab the money. That is true. We're just gonna start with a little bit, I mean, Carpenter Hammer, I think, is viable on Jury. Let's see if I get proven wrong or proven right. We're taking sanity damage either way. We might as well get something out of it, even though it is pretty bad. But I was thinking about it last night, actually, because I was getting, like, I wasn't tilted, but I did get a little frustrated at some points during the party, and I was thinking about that, and I was thinking that it's all about the perspective of what you're doing and why you're doing it, because I joined that party because it was a Enrage to clear party. It was like a Raining Cats cleanup to Enrage to clear party. That was the advertised purpose of the party, right? And the thing is, the group was dying a lot on the earlier mechanics, and then when we finally did get to Raining Cats, it was like people had no idea what they're doing. We're dead. We lost already, by the way. But we'll play it out. We'll play it out. And then I'll use how long the run takes as an excuse not to do another run. Like a little devious, little silly trickster. Hee hee. I've got one over you again. But, you know, the thing about it is, like, if I join a party in Party Finder that has an advertised purpose, I want that purpose from that party, if that makes sense. And so I was getting a little tilted that it's like, oh, the party's not doing it. And eventually the party did make it, which, I mean, you know what? Fair enough, but I don't know. It feels really weird because it's like, how do you put it? Oh, wow. 49 EXP moment. Because if you're doing it with friends, then the purpose of doing it is that you're doing it with your friends, right? That's the point of why you are doing that piece of content, is that you want to run it with friends. So if you clear or you don't clear, it doesn't matter. If you're doing it with your static, well, then even if you wipe all the time, that's completely fine. You want to know why? Because that is, like, you and everyone else are gradually getting better together, and that is something that is not a waste of your time because this is your static, right? So if somebody is struggling with a mechanic or you're struggling with a mechanic, it is collectively worth it for everyone to be like, that's fine, because you are getting better, and then those re-clears, those clears, they're gonna go smoothly. It's a lot more consistent. It's a lot more, you know, that you're... It's a really weird way to look at it, because I think the most important thing is that you have fun, and I do have fun with my static, so that's like the number one most important thing, or the static that I'm in. Mai is very possessive, but I just don't know of a more, like, concise way to say it, and quickly. But anyways, it's besides the point. The static that I'm in, you know, I have a lot of fun with them. They're all great players, good to hang out with. I don't know why my mind blanked there, sorry. I'm very tired today. But no, I love my static. Love me static. Love me healers, love me tanks, love me DPS. You know, I feel like I got really lucky. I've said this like 80 times before in the past, but I joined one static, and then I have never left that static, and I've never thought about leaving that static because I got so lucky. Like, every, like, static that I've joined past that one, because I like raiding, you know, I like raiding, I like statics, I like raiding, I like making progress as a group. I think it's really fun. I think it's like a fun time investment because you're seeing the group gradually get better, and you're gradually getting better too, by the way. I am a part of the group, so when I'm saying the group's getting better, I don't mean like, I'm on my ivory tower. No, I mean like, the group is gradually getting better, me included. Like, we're all getting better, we're all making progress. You know, that's a great, fun time investment thing, and it builds a lot of, like, teamwork and a lot of trust. It's a very unique gaming experience, and I really enjoy it. But, you know, when you're going into, like, a party finder with random people, and the random people have, like, this advertisement that's like, this is what we're gonna do, and then they can't do it, it's like, nah, man. You advertise something, and, like, I am totally cool with jank pulls, like, wiping to jank, or the markers are different, or just doing a couple of silly things, like, that's totally fine. But when I join a party finder and it can't do, like, the basic thing that it says it's gonna do after, like, people adjust to maybe, like, different markers or different party compositions, that sort of thing, I ditch those party finders. I do. But, I got a... If we go to the funny illegal website, I'm doing this on my alt, by the way. I was gonna do this on my main character, because... Oh, it got bumped up to a 66? It was supposed to be, it was a 64 last night. I'm kinda pogging. But I was gonna do this originally on my main, but I actually got what I wanted, and I get to be magic DPS for this tier, so that means I get to be Pictomancer. And my alt, Dion, the one from the Fall Guys meme, she is only a white mage. So I'm progging in Party Finder as a white mage, and then I'm going to be a Pictomancer for my static. But I'm also going to level Pictomancer on DN, because I kind of just want to be a Pictomancer. Like, white mage is really fun, don't get me wrong, but for a first kill, a 66 is pretty pog. I'm kind of cool with that. We're kind of cool with that. But, We do indeed like to see it. We do indeed love to see it. And now I can just think of her signature maneuver. Oh, it's not signature. It's like lithe and lethal. Ugh, I don't know why I always think Matem says signature maneuver. But be careful. She has 9. I'm sorry. I'm so brain rotted. I'm so brain rotted right now. But yeah, I just think they're incredibly... I think they're incredibly different. We haven't taken stamina damage yet. I just think they're very different experiences, right? Because if you are... Like, I am... Like, if I join a learning party for something, I do not get... I do not get tilted or, like... salty or anything at all, and I have like no negative thoughts or opinions about anything, right? Like, I feel completely fine. Like, we can be in a learning party and we can be in a really bad learning party and be completely okay, right? I have certainly seen some things in the EX1 mines and the EX2 mines, but it's a learning party, right? So if you're getting mad at the learning party, what is wrong with you? Me and, you can't go to sleep now, Ritsu. Wait, oh shit, I meant to... Oh no, I picked the insomnia option. Okay, now we really did lose. Whoops. But the other one is minus sanity. You both lose sanity, so we're gonna lose... a lot of sanity as like a little bit of a treat, but we can get a penalty increase and lose health because you know, this is over, by the way. This is an anecdote episode and nothing more. Can I lose some godforsaken stamina? We have lost 10 sanity before we have lost a single point of stamina. Can I point out to you how insane that is? Pray over the body, burn the envelope. Oh shit, I forgot to do the thing. Okay, I think we lose. Whoops. Uh-oh. How unfortunate. Uh-oh. Okay, burn the envelope. Why did our... Oh, because our sanity went down. Fair enough, fair enough. Because I just saw the horror meter creeping up there, and I'm like, huh? Is this area doomed? Oh, no, it's not. The horror meter just... Yeah. Okay, yeah, no, why would I want to... Oh, yeah, why would I want to lose stamina? Why would I want to lose stamina? There's nothing wrong with that. I want to... I can't, like, put it into words, right? How unlikely... Well, we gotta take leadership, we do. We gotta get our charisma up there, but, like... I can't put into words... We've lost so much sanity before a scrap of stamina. Like, this is absurd. Like, this is actually crazy. Like, this is nuts. Like, I'm gonna just wear this, because I want it for our combat, but, like... Noisy Nails, Akamanto. I mean, I guess we can do Akamanto now. We got handcuffs. We've got handcuffs, bonus damage, evil demon masks. What could possibly go wrong? But, yeah, no, I think that's, because I keep thinking about Party Finder, because I wanted a week 1 Party Finder experience with the first tier of, Arcadian, and it's been really fun, but the problem that I'm finding is that you get to this point, and I am not trying to make myself sound like a god gamer, okay? It takes me a while to read certain mechanics, but in things like a Party Finder, I don't really think, in things like a practice party finder, I don't really think that matters, because you're all there to practice a mechanic, or practice up to a mechanic, you know? That's the study point, that's the prog point, that's the prog point that people are doing. But there's a point where there's always a joke in Party Finder that if somebody says, we're on X mechanic, they're always 2 mechanics behind, right? And so for Enrage, for this, it would be like, if Enrage prog, that's actually Raining Cats prog, right? Or Mauser 2 prog, even though it really, like, Raining Cats... I don't know if you count the Devour thing as a mechanic. It's pretty easy to dodge. You can always just go north or south. I mean, I'll just follow the tank if I have to, but I usually go to the south. There's one where it's like, you're on the wrong side, and there's an incoming AoE that's gonna kick your ass. But if you have a dash, you can just, like, dash over, and it's fine. It doesn't really mean anything. You know? It's, like, not that big of a deal. I think we can do a little block. I think we can do a little slam, too. And then we'll kill next turn. We did lose a metric shit ton of stamina at some point, because we were at 29 and now we're at 24. Well, we're about to lose a lot more, so our health is about to be equalized. So that's cool. Honestly, get that money so that we don't have to worry about it later. Me and... hurting other people feels good, Ritsu. Now, we do lose out on the... No, this is fine though, right? Because as long as this hits, we can kill him with the handcuffs. Yeah. Excellent. +2 Doom, +2 Dexterity. I don't really care, thank you very much. I do feel like we need to get our Charisma up, because we're not gonna have... We are not gonna have enough for anything, but... We're not gonna have enough sanity for the lighthouse if it requires my strongest mental health. Well, not mine, but Jury's mental health, specifically. Abnormal arms versus noisy nails. I guess we should just do noisy nails now. Because we're hopefully gonna level up again. I mean, we might get branded here and then just die immediately, but... Now, Noisy Nails, this is a stamina boss. Not having the compass hurts so badly. Also, what the hell? Are we just dead? I think we lose no matter what we do here. Unless there's a way to kill him turn 1. So, we can do a 90% chance to hit, I guess. So... This is 4 actions, so we can do 5. Well, we did get there, so that's nice. I don't think we're gonna get to 8 Charisma, though, which kind of sucks. Folklore studies, art knowledge... Yeah, I don't really, like, trust any of these things. Like, we're not gonna get to 8 Charisma, it's a fantasy, so I'm just gonna go ahead and take that. We're gonna take art knowledge in case that comes up in the future. And we're just gonna ball, I suppose. We've got 9 strength, level 5, decent amount of, quite a bit of things. Our dexterity is pretty bad. I don't really want to get EXP because there's not really a point to it. I don't want to raise the threat level because that's just bad for us in general. What a nice villain. He asks for our fingernail, we for some reason say yes, and then that's good enough for him. Me and continue looking Rutsu. Jury using, the horror using its eyeballs. Using Jury's eyeballs? Not entirely sure. The dog has awoken from her slumber. Yo, what up, chat? We're so back. What was, seconds for you was 80 more million years for me in the future. You see, here's the thing. My dog, she stopped barking pretty quick. But when one dog barks, in a complex with other dogs, you fool. And so anyways, we're back. Also, I just lied down for a little bit. It was nice. I like lying down. But I did lose my train of thought, so whatever anecdote we were on is probably gone, dead and buried, dead in the water. The dog awoke from her ancient slumber, and now we're back to doing whatever the hell this is. So you're looking at something like this, chat. You're looking at something like this comment section, and you're thinking to yourself, he's gonna fail the perception check and eat shit. And you're correct. Now, you're staring down the barrel of the Kabuki Killer. You're doing 7 damage with a basic attack per turn. You can do 4 attacks. Classic little 28 damage. What can we do? Well, we can try to staunch the bleeding. We did not staunch the bleeding. Now, the question is, do you make 4 70% chances in a row? And the answer to that is probably no. But if you take 2 damage, you go down to 6. And then what happens with that? You do not have enough resources to see yourself through to the end because you're not getting to 8 knowledge, you're not getting to 8 dexterity. So realistically speaking, if you get hit once, you're gonna die. So with that in mind, it's time to ball. Truly. And, you know, sometimes you don't ball, and that's that. It's look who it is. Now, you could have maybe been like, okay, I'm smart, and I looked at the lighthouse, so this is what we have. Because if we only have 1 stamina check, then we would have lived if we braced. But, we actually have, yes, exactly, -3 stamina. So we would have lived if we braced, but I don't check the lighthouse because I forgo our skull emoji, and I just don't do that regularly anymore. Is there a way to live now? No, not really. We would have to get 8 knowledge, which is, I guess, theoretically possible. But it would have to be pretty weird. Oh no, my face, it's broken. Here, you know what? Let's go gambling, all right? That is +1 knowledge. All right. So what we need now is something or other. You can probably just do this. That's probably fine. +10 EXP. Yeah, you can get the most expensive one. That's cool, that's cool. We actually do have the Crestfallen Mask, so we could go gambling a lot more. So this is gonna do... Well, actually, I can just look. 10 damage. Because it's 4 normally? Yeah. Have to hit 3 of them? That's a little bit sketchy. That's a little bit sketchy, chat. It continues to be sketchy, because this will be... I mean, that's enough. That's enough to do it. So let's put on the Crestfallen Mask. This is a pretty easy mystery, by the way. So... we've taken 3 things. No, we've taken 2 things. We've taken Folklore Studies and Test of Will. So we would need... we can get one more thing, and it needs to be something that can give us... I mean, Mind Drain's really good, don't get me wrong, but we need a... whatchamacallit. Because we don't have the other place, so History Club is where we're going gambling. Gruesome Totem is not it. It's the thing that Billy Mays drops, or a spell that gives us +1 knowledge. It doesn't even have to be permanent, it can just be that one thing, you know what I mean? It doesn't have to be permanent, it can be... oh god, I cannot believe I'm forgetting what it's called. I would know it if I saw it, but... Void... we don't have any more perks that could give it to us. Oh, lose stamina, huh? That's exactly what I'm trying to avoid. Lose stamina, huh? Exactly what I'm trying to avoid. Witness Curse, if it worked on events, would be pretty cool, but it does not. Midas Touch is not good enough, and by that I mean it doesn't do anything. Tome of Rot. Kidnap for Ritual, Gruesome Totem, it's not good enough. So, I mean, I guess we could get to the end of the mystery and then start gambling more, because if we get a, if that was the school version, where you see the, art knowledge, yeah, you just do that, that's fine. Where all the vents connect into one place. We really just need, like, you know, to go gambling on this one specific area. Like, do you mind? Like, I don't know if you, I don't know if you mind, but, like... we just need one more point of knowledge. That's Strength, that's Seal of Savesh, that's the wrong one. But you're on the right track there. Flesh Regrowth could be good, Gruesome Totem is not it, chat. That's also the Seal of Savesh, that's not it. That's the... skin removal again for the 80th time. Hey, can you take some sanity from me? Ooh, 3 stamina? Can't make that. Can't do that one, chat. You'd think that maybe at some point we would see a new spell. But, alas. It's the there it is, you little rascal. What took you so long? We were waiting for you the whole time. Look at how many different ways that you can die. The fact that we almost got that, if we didn't get, like, completely owned, like, 80 million times in a row by the History Club, we actually had a good shot of doing it, but we just never saw the Seal of Bromel, or the, I don't remember what it's called, but the thing that Billy Mays drops, the, something or other. We got the scary idol thingy that gives you -10 Doom, but we already had the Crestfallen Mask, so it didn't really matter. Honestly, that was a lot better of a run than I thought it would be. Also, I don't think Discord went off, but apparently Discord streamer mode did not be enabled, or was not enabled, so if you heard any weird Discord messages, that was probably me. Sorry about that. We'll do a little Pokidoku. And, the Luldle, even though I lost my streak, because, you know, you miss one day of playing it and you lose your streak. So, let's see Pokidoku first. I'm screwed. This is the worst. This is... Evolved by item, final evolution. Does not include Pokemon without an evolutionary line. Post-evolution. So, can I just do, like... Umbreon, because Umbreon can learn Shadow Ball, right? Umbreon cannot learn Shadow Ball. My mistake. How about Final Evolution Ludicolo? Kanto, Final Evolution. Kanto is Gen 1, right? So, Jolteon. Kanto can learn Shadow Ball. Gengar. Kanto Monotype. Vaporeon. Evolved by Friendship. Sylveon. Oh, Umbreon is evolved by Friendship, right? Leveling up at night? Yeah, fair enough, fair enough. Monotype evolved by item. Flareon. Umbreon. Espeon. You know what? Amazingly, it was all evolutions. Every single thing. Jolteon can learn Shadow Ball? Oh, I should have gotten Miss Magmius. I also had no idea Chandelure was evolved by an item. But yeah, no, every single thing just being an evolution makes sense. Probably could have gotten that, actually. I forgot that Umbreon was evolved by Friendship and not an item. Because I remembered Espeon was evolved by Friendship, but then I realized Espeon's the day form and Umbreon's the night form, right? So, fair enough. Fair enough. Gonna do a little bit of, I don't have any images that will cover the whole screen, so we're going back to World of Horror. Yesterday's champion was Ornn. We're gonna do Ezreal. Me, because I've been watching the LCK. Ezreal moment. Not a bottom, not a male. Mana. Okay. Let's try... I don't know the release year that Ari had. Oh, but she's not, human. So, Melee, sorry, my bad. Melee. So, Melee female mana? I don't know, Vi? ...2012 is the right year, I can't really use that. They can jungle... and they are partially human. So, I'm assuming this has to be, like, jungle top, right? And I'm trying to think who can flex that. Who can flex jungle top melee mana? So, not Nidalee, because exclusively melee. We can rule that out. Also partially human. I hate the, human magic-born, human chemically augmented, human... I get it, but also crazy. But 2012 probably gives it away. 2012 probably gives it away. Let's see. Aurelia, I mean, could be... Well, no, it can't be Camille. It cannot be Camille under any circumstance, because Camille is a more modern champion. And also not, yeah, not Piltover, so... I need to throw out a name to get some ideas. So it can't be Nidalee, it can't be Elise. So top lane... I mean, let's just type Aurelia and see what we've got. But Aurelia's Ionian, isn't she? So, not a human spiritualist. Akali is a mid laner, but she does go top. I don't think Akali can jungle. Yeah, that's rough. That's really rough. I think I'm gonna have to use the League of Legends champion list for this one. It shouldn't be, it shouldn't be sorted by, whatchamacallit. Time released. It should be sorted alphabetically. So, top jungle 2012. That's really tough, because I was thinking Camille, but, that doesn't work. Melee and mana, too. I don't think... Well, Gwen's a more modern champion, so it can't be her, but... There's not many people who I think would fit this description, right? Because Kayle can't jungle... Lilia doesn't go top, also she's a more modern champion. ADC Misfortune. Neela's a more modern champion, same with Nico. Also, Nico goes mid, Neela goes bot. Kiana doesn't jungle, I'm pretty sure. Quinn is definitely not it. I don't... Can Riven jungle? I mean, I guess it's, like, worth a shot, but, like... Can Sejuani go top? I don't think Sejuani can go top, or Shyvana, but... I mean, Sure, we haven't done anything in the Freljord yet, so... I guess we could try Sejuani, but... Yeah, no, she's just a... 2012's the right year. I guess we can try... No, Shyvana doesn't use mana. So that doesn't work. This is so weird. Like, there's not many... Riven doesn't use mana either. So there's not many characters this could be, but I think what's really tripping me up is the jungle top. Because I'm looking through the list and it's like I don't see anybody who's like obviously a jungle top laner. Yeah, no, I genuinely like jungle top mana. Jungle top mana. We could try Poppy, but she's played support a lot, isn't she? I think this is one where, like, the role designation is kinda getting me here. Jungle top... Wait. Jungle top support? Because we've done... Bot is wrong. Wait, wait. Middle. Middle, jungle, top, support? The only wrong one is ADC? What the hell? Embrace the night. Who are you? Melee mana and you can go anywhere but bot lane? Embrace the night? Am I going crazy? Mana, melee, 2012, every role in the game except bot lane? I don't think Fiora can support, but Fiora does use magic, I'm pretty sure. Diana cannot support. That's the old... Diana is not support. There's no way Diana is support. Okay, alright. I was going crazy there. Because, like, the only one that... Jungle middle. Oh, okay, alright. Fair enough. Fair enough. I get it. I was freaking out over there. That was so scary. Peace no matter the cost. Well, we can just kind of go through some of the more law-abiding champions. You know, some of the more cop champions, some of the more, you know, peace no matter the cost. I don't know, Blitzcrank has a cop skin. Trundle has a cop skin. That's just Anna.
Peace, no matter the cost.
In Dota 2 Invoker. Brand. E. Shit. I don't know any of Brand's abilities. That's the only one I guessed. Ivern. Maokai. Tree Angry, it's Maokai, obviously. Yeah, if you have Tree Happy, that's Ivern. If you have Tree Maokai, that's, if you have Tree Angry, that's Maokai. Tree Happy, this is Smile Face, that's Ivern. This is Fairy Court Melio. Sorry, I'm just too good. I'm just locked in. Anyways, thanks for watching. Have a good one. Stay safe out there. Bye!